Well, good morning. We have just entered the wonderful city of Marathon, and this is Sunset Bay Park. This is all brand new this year. As you can see, they've added a dock out here for launching kayaks. Welcome back to The Unknown Angler. Today we're going to do a kayak tour of Grassy Key from Sunset Park. Sunset Park is a new facility. It's great for launching new kayaks. Grassy Key is the first key that you run into when you come on to Merritt, but Sunset Key is on the Gulf side. It's a wonderful little facility for kayaks and canoes to be putting in. We're going to explore the two bays to the southwest, which would be the left side as you're facing the ocean in Sunset Park. We're going to go all the way to Long Point Key on that side. If you're near Marathon and you're looking for a great little day paddling, this is the place you want to be. So we're here at Sunset Beach Park in wonderful Marathon. This is a brand new facility just this year with a new kayak launch, which looks great. The wind is coming out of the northeast. This is on the Gulf side, so hopefully we'll be a little bit out of the wind today because it's going to be blowing 17 to 20, I believe. It's a windy day. This is a great little facility. It's a fantastic place to launch. Very simple. Hopefully we'll find something up in here. So when you come to a new spot that you've never done before, and I've never done this before, always look back a couple of times to grab some landmarks like these houses and this big house here to make sure you know where you put the kayak in. I know that sounds simple. A lot of people forget to do it. I forget to do it sometimes. And the next thing you know, you're kind of going, where do I get out? Well, I'm just coming around the point that's right off the parking lot that I pointed to. And as I can see back here, there's a nice sheltered bay. It's keeping us out of the wind. Paddleboard like I am. This is a full day right here. I mean, this is a full day. This is more than you could ask for. I've got, I'm guessing 4 to 5 miles of mangrove coastline in here with channels that cut back. I'm assuming that's an island. I don't know that it is. Should have done my research a lot better. I am not sure where that goes, but I am going to have to take a cast into it because that just looks too nice. Oh, first fish of the day. Oh, damn it. That's a bummer. Now I paddle every 10 feet and I'm finding spots that look just absolutely incredible. I can't resist at this point. I should probably be just searching more, but it's just hard to do that. Okay, well, I'm way down in the back end of the bay, all the way down in the back. That could be a channel right there, but there's a house right here, which means this has to be all land over here, even though that looks like just mangroves in there. So if there's a channel, it's going to be right there to get around that. And if that's an island, I don't think it is at this point. I think it's a peninsula of land. This whole shoreline is just absolutely beautiful. It looks like you could fish every inch of it and pull a fish out every 10 feet. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually, unfortunately, it's too much of a good thing because it's hard to pick a spot. So as we come out of the back end of that bay, like I said, there's these mangrove channels that cut between. There's a couple of mangrove islands down here. There's not many, or not many that I can tell right now. The good news is this water over this side is gin clear, which means all that water that's being pushed over there that's muddy is all wind factor. So at some point that will no longer be wind. The good news is I can now see everything. The bad news is I'm not seeing anything, but I don't see any current back here either. Nice paddle. Very nice paddle. Okay, so I've just come past that little beach that you can see from the other side if you look at the video about 20 minutes ago. That spot right up in there was the corner that I had the fish on briefly when I first came in, and the reason I turned the camera back on is this little point right here. When I turn that, I'll find out whether this is a peninsula or an island, because that should be the cut through if it's an island. It took me a while to get there though. So I'm coming back out the same channel that I came in. I came down this side, and I'm going to go out around this point and go up and look at the inside of the small bay here on the peninsula, see what that has to offer. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to stay out in some deeper water and see if I spook anything out of here. Relatively flat area, but I'm assuming this is high tide in here right now, because the incoming current, holy cow, look at all that. Oh my goodness gosh. Well, there's a big old cuda. So I'm coming up on this point, and that's a bonnethead shark down there. That's the second one I've seen. That would be number 3. I'm thinking, hey, holy cow. And there's number 4. If there's that many sharks out here, that's number 5. Number 6. I don't know what's so interesting out here, but whatever it is, I think I'll make a few casts. And no, I don't want to catch a bonnethead. But when you see 3-4 foot bonnetheads, here comes one coming towards me here, 2 coming towards me. There's one right there, one right next to him. So now I got an aquarium going out here. We got a big old ray over here. I got bonnet heads all around me. I don't see any other sharks really, but there was quite a gaggle of them back there. Okay, so I turned the camera on because I wanted to show you this bay. This bay has one of the nicer sand flats I've ever seen. It's a little rippled up today. That's very shallow back there. But if this doesn't scream bonefish, nothing does. And if they were in here, I'm sure you'd see them. And there's plenty of small sharks in here. There's another bonnethead. He's out in the center of the bay. Out here it's a nice sandy bottom. No, that's not sand, that's broken coral or whatever. It's like concrete. Not sure what you want to call it. But to me that just screams bonefish. Yeah, you can't tell what they look like, but there are so many bonnethead sharks back here. I turned the cameras back on because I ran into two bonnetheads, but kind of hard to see. Oh, here we go. There's one right here. It's like number 15 for this particular flat. Didn't seem to be bothered by me. So now I'm in the very back of the second bay, and there's a whole bunch of really small little pockets of mangrove islands with all the little canals running through them. But that right there is interesting. That looks like an opening into either another bay or open water over there, and it can't be. Oh, well, it could be, but it would mean that that's an island, and let's go over and take a look. Okay, so I'm coming up on those two openings, and sure enough, there's an openings in the mangrove. Let's go back through. This reminds me a lot of Mosquito Lagoon back here. And I just spooked something big in 8 inches of water, and I wasn't expecting to run into any reds, but if I was a guessing man, I would say this is reds territory back here. So I'm back out in the open water again, coming across, and yeah, the wind's come up a little bit. And the good news is I've got a kayak paddle that I use. Sit down on a paddleboard, paddle just like a kayak. Remember when I said there was no white caps? Well, I was wrong. Well, not too terribly bad, but the waves don't bother me as much as the wind. The waves will get worse, mainly because the waves haven't caught up to the wind yet. The wind is bad. The wind really picked up. And, well, I gotta be honest, that was a tough paddle back. I didn't think it would be quite that tough. It took me about 12 minutes to go around the corner this morning. It just took me 45 minutes to paddle back the same amount, so over 3 times. And I can say that that is a very, very welcome sight right there. That's my truck and the kayak launch. I'm extremely happy to see that.